First of all, let's just point out, Clippers and Mavericks in the first round is going to be the best series in the entire playoffs. You got Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving on the Mavs, and then on the Clippers, bruh, you got Harden, Westbrook, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Norman Powell, Zubac, Terrence Mann, and then you got Tyronn Lue coaching. That Clippers team is stacked, and they are actually healthy going into the playoffs. That is the key. I know they're playing the Mavericks. Luka and Kyrie have been cooking. I think that'll be their toughest series for their championship run because I think they're going to win the West, and I think they're going to end up winning the entire thing. I even said this last year, but the health factor just absolutely destroyed them. Kawhi got injured. Paul George, he wasn't the same. He had a lot of injuries last year. They didn't have James Harden, which I think you've got James Harden on the team, and you're not asking him to be a scorer, which everyone has criticized Harden for not being able to deliver in the playoffs because he can't be that number one option. He can't be that guy. I think he can deliver in the playoffs because he's not asked to do that. He just has to be a playmaker and distribute. And last season, he led the league in assists. He was balling. And this year, he's averaging like 8 assists a game. The man's been cooking. You're not asking him to do anything.
I push back. I push back because I trust Kawhi. I trust Kawhi.
Yeah, Kawhi's one of the greatest playoff players of all time. I mean, he carried that. He went to the Raptors, got a chip and dipped. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, that dude came in there and said, "All right, I'm going to LA. This is where I'm from. Like, I'm from Cali." And it's crazy because the minute, sorry to cut you off, the minute the Clippers got Paul George and Kawhi, everyone was thinking, "Oh, this is an automatic championship." But they haven't lived up to those expectations because of health. And I think this year, since they are healthy and well-rested, I think they're going to come into the playoffs ready to go this time. I've got confidence in this Clippers team. They're going to give the Nuggets a problem when they meet. Because I think the way it's structured, depending if the Nuggets get the number one seed, there's like a three-way tie for the number one seed right now, which, by the way, has never happened in NBA history with the Thunder, Nuggets, and Timberwolves. Yep. So those three teams, whoever ends up playing the Clippers in the second round are in deep trouble. I will say that, especially the Thunder and the Timberwolves. Nuggets, I'll give them a little more leeway because they won the chip last year. But they're still in trouble if they have to play the Clippers in the second round, dude. That is insane. That West is stacked.
I push back because, like I said, I trust Kawhi. I've seen him do it. I don't trust PG. I don't trust Russell. I don't trust James. I trust Tyronn Lue. I think they have depth. I caution. I don't trust Harden, by the way. Not that matters, but I don't trust Harden. But I do like the team currently assembled. But as we know, health is a factor. Especially with them, health is a factor. And when you go to the playoffs, the game slows down, things change, and
people actually play defense.
And they play defense, and also too, like they do actually play defense, but you got to play a different brand of basketball versus what you play in the regular season, and that's why I always tell people with the Nuggets, Jamal Murray in the playoffs is a completely different player than he is in the regular season. The same way Jimmy Butler is a completely different player in the playoffs than he is in the regular season. So it's really hard for me to adjust on what the angle is going to be or what the play style is going to be. But if I had to make the pick, I don't think the Clippers can get past the Nuggets. I'm hard pressed to bet against the Nuggets unless they collapse. You'd almost have to collapse at this point because when you look at matchup problems, Jokic is still going to give the Clippers all the problems in the world. I know you like Zubac. I like the physicality on Zubac. I think he's a big body. I think he has great interior presence. Grabs rebounds, does what's expected of him on the roster. But you got to take in consideration that the Nuggets have Jokic, they got Murray, they got Gordon, they got Michael Porter Jr., and they're young, and they don't, other than maybe outside of Michael Porter Jr., they don't have injury issues. And that's a big thing because
But to be fair, the Clippers don't have injury issues
right now.
Currently.
And
anything could happen with this injury-prone Clippers team. But I agree, like, with you partially because it's not going to be easy for the Clippers to make it out of the West. Like the Western Conference is loaded from 1 to 10. I mean, at 10, you're talking about Steph Curry, and then at 1, you're talking about a defending reigning champ, the best center we've ever seen.
The Lakers, Pelicans, Warriors, and I forget the bottom, the last team on the bottom.
The Kings are. The
If
Kings
you
are in
put
there.
them in the Eastern Conference, they're in the top 5 seats.
It's crazy.
It's ridiculous,
It's crazy.
bro.
The
And they're in
Bucks
the
are
play.
2, and they would be in the play-in in the West. That is
That's
insane.
insane. In terms of the disparity of competition between conferences,
crazy.
I think the West.
It's insane, dude.
I love like Boston. My pick, back to your original question, my pick would be Boston because I feel that Boston have finally had their missing pieces when they added Holiday and added Porzingis. And I like the way they play defense. I like the way they maneuver the ball. If Jaylen Brown's not getting paid to turn the ball over and not go left, I think they're fine.
I'm going to also push back because I've got a couple bones to pick with the Celtics. First of all, I hate the Celtics. The Heat Nation all the way. We're coming for you, Celtics Nation. Just be on the lookout. But I will say this. Kristaps Porzingis, great offensive player. But when you put him in the post, in the interior, he stinks. Okay? He gets exposed. Offense, great. He stretches the floor. You can put him in the corner. You can do a lot of different things with Porzingis on the offensive end. Drew Holiday, I do love that pickup. Great defensive player, and he can also create his own shot. That's
And he's a
great.
playmaker.
That's good. That's a great pickup for the Celtics. But Porzingis, to me, is the one strength they acquired, but the one weakness they gained while losing Robert Williams and Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart got replaced by Drew Holiday. I'll excuse that. But I think Porzingis is a really valuable strength and weakness. Also, don't forget, Jason Tatum is the most inconsistent playoff player I've ever seen. Man will go for 10 points, and then the next game he'll go for 50. It happened in the Sixers series last year.
I need you.
Are we gonna get this inconsistency again?
Apologize right now.
Are we gonna get that?
I need you
Are we gonna get? I'm not apologizing for that.
You don't apologize right now. Do not come at my.
And he can't hit. And he
my
cannot hit.
God,
Stop.
bro.
You remember when they
No,
they
no,
played the
no,
Nuggets?
no,
in the regular season, he missed the shot.
Say it
Touchdown.
again. Say it again. Say what you said about JT.
Oh yeah. Last time they played the Nuggets, he missed a wide open 3
Say it
in
again.
the crunch time. Man's not clutch. Man is not clutch. I don't care.
Who has the highest Game 7 total points in a game in a playoff series?
But
I'll ask you a question. Who has the highest total points in a Game 7? Who has scored the most in a Game 7 in a playoff series outside of the NBA Finals?
JT.
JT's been to 6 conference championships in 1 finals appearance. JT.
Oh, so you're commemorating a guy for not getting any chips?
No,
in
I'm
those
commemorating a guy that's very similar to Jordan and very similar to LeBron, where they didn't win their first 7 years championship.
But hold on. I can agree with you on that.
Okay.
I can agree
He
with
has
you
it.
on that.
He has
I'll
it.
give you that. But the inconsistency.
What
Still
inconsistency, though? He's
Bro,
got Giannis's
man will
number.
put up-
Hold on.
he does it in
He's
the
got
regular
Giannis's
season.
number. He's got Giannis's number because he beat him in the playoffs most recently, and he has Jimmy's number. Good. Well, not last year. He beat them last year. Hold on. Last year, but the year prior, he did it. You think Jimmy? Hold on. You're gonna sit here right now and say Jimmy's better than JT?
Playoffs, sorry.
Oh, we gotta cut that. We gotta cut that.
That was my Heat. That was my Heat fan.
You're good.
We'll bleep that.
Yeah, 100%. We gotta
Dude,
bleep
that was my Heat fan coming out. I'm sorry, because I told you prior to this that I do not like the Celtics, and I have my reasons. Okay.
You just went full Jackson right there, man. That's hilarious.
Okay, but piggybacking off that, the inconsistency is there for Jason Tatum. It is. You can look at the numbers. You can see when he goes off, but you can also see when he disappears. And I just pointed out an example.
So
in the
Jimmy-
Sixers series. In the Sixers series.
So
last
Jimmy,
year.
so
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me nice. I'm from another world, baby, yeah. Broadway paradise. They think I'm way too cold, cause I put my heart